Hey guys, welcome to this video. I'll pretty much be talking about people being fake, and not gonna lie, I guess I'm also a part of the people. Um, but what I mean by fake is, a lot of people they put up an act, they put up a facade, whether it's at work, they act all nice to their boss or coworkers, and they talk, smack behind them. They maybe a better relationship, who knows? And I won't lie, I've also done this too, and I can't say, this makes me the best person, but I just want to get this off my chest because I believe that my generation, especially with social media, if we see anybody really, expressing themselves and, no, not holding back anything and, trying to live their life and have fun, they're ridiculed. I think that really sucks because when I was a kid, well, when you are a kid, you just, you're very open, you express yourself. Kids will actively tell each other, kids that, oh, I don't like you and stuff like that. And sometimes they still be friends or other things like that. And I kind of felt like, even though people were being honest, and maybe that did ruin some relationships or, start relationships, I do think it's a shame that society is starting to sort of shift towards everybody just having to hide how they really feel. And if you express how you really feel, you'll be, shunned by people, and maybe people will just like abandon you altogether because, whether it could be politics, which is a very, touchy subject, especially now with the, uh, you know, political sphere at the moment, or just, hobbies, or, something like, I don't know, starting YouTube. Like me, it's like, a lot of people be like, you really gonna try to do YouTube? It's like, why are you trying to do that, man? Trying to make it big, trying to leave us, forget your day ones or something? Or, yeah, just, maybe it could be that a lot of people are just, maybe jealous because, maybe they feel that they aren't doing good in life, or maybe they're falling behind. I'd say I did feel I was behind, but I didn't start YouTube because, I felt like being behind was a thing I was, striving to get ahead of. It was actually that I want to be able to express myself, no filter, no script, no nothing. Just want to be able to be real and transparent because, um, you know, not many people are, and I think that's a shame. And I want to become somebody who be able to express how they feel, just not have any regrets for the way I feel for things or stuff like that. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. I just really wanted to make this video because I believe that people are headed in the wrong direction. Everything has become so fake, these like TV programs, commercials. And when you go on Instagram or something like that, you see influencers endorsing things, and they do it for money, and people know they do it for money, and yet some people still fall for it. And whether it's like a scam or just like a startup or something, or maybe something like crypto, there'll be a big name behind it, like like the Octuma coin. People will put their life savings on it, and then a week passes, and the people who were in it first who started it, they got all the money. Everybody put their money after the announcement, lost everything. Um, but I do understand when people, put that barrier up and try to distance themselves from other people. I mean, I would say I do this at work. I'm literally there for the money, man. Nothing else. Just trying to get past the day, and spend that money the way, whatever way I want to, whether it's like on food or stuff like that. Um, and yeah, I mean, it's it's very shocking, especially in the workplace, and people just do a complete 180 when, like, the boss or something shows up at work, and it's like, holy shit. That's kind of wild. And I won't lie, when I was younger, I did kind of feel that these people were just like the worst of the worst. People, hid their feelings or weren't honest. But now as I've grown up, I see that I'm also that kind of person too. I'm not innocent in any sort of way or anything like that, but yeah, I really just do think that we need to come together as a society and speak what we have in our minds so that we can fix some of the pressing issues. I guess especially in the country, and I guess more closely to our generation, who is very internet, I guess, focused. YouTube, Instagram, social media, all those things, and yeah. I mean, I said it a couple times, but I mean, I guess an example, I guess you could say people being fake is when I was in elementary school, I was friends with a kid and I didn't have too many friends at the time. And another guy came into our, like, little duo, and then it became a trio. And this new guy came in and was like, well, here's the thing. When I was a kid, I was stupidly gullible. Like, gullible to the point where it's embarrassing. And he told me, oh, if you keep hanging out with the guy that you've been hanging out with before, I'll tell him to not be your friend, or something like stupid like that. With hindsight, it's like, bro, you don't have the power to do that. But back then I was a kid, and I was like, oh, okay. Started talking to my friend, and then that's it. It just done for. And then I don't know. I guess some years passed, and I guess I kind of forgot about it, or I was just desperate to make friends because I kind of lost one of the major ones that I had when I was a kid. And then I would, I guess subconsciously, I thought this guy was my friend for some reason, even though, like I said, what he did was really fucked up, and also what I did was very stupid. And I just sort of clung on to that, this person, because I was like, this is, I don't have anybody else, as a friend or someone I can call a friend, and I was desperate, and I think that really, messed me up, and especially now, I'm able to just sort of like, talk to people and sort of get everything like, oh, this guy's fake, this guy's putting up an act or something like that, and I don't even blame the people because it's a defense mechanism. You have to do what you can to just live a comfortable life, and if you gotta say things maybe you don't really agree with, hey man, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, you want to keep yourself, safe, and just not sure to ruin what you have now. But yeah, that's it. Just want to make this video because just want to get these ideas out of here, out of my head, just to voice that I want people to express themselves. And there's a lot of people who do like art and stuff like that, and I think it's a shame that they aren't able to live up to their full potential and do what they really can without the fear of being, talked bad about or being judged. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. See ya.